Okay, how is everyone? We've been super busy here on the farm. Uh, we thought we'd give you guys an update. We've had a death in the family. We got some other family members having some health problems. Uh, so we haven't been over the post a whole lot. Okay, let's get everybody caught up on what's going on. A few weeks ago, we took a trip in the middle of the night to go to Nashville. Well, it's the middle of the night, and we have to leave the farmstead uh, to pick up some equipment. And we picked us up one of these bad boys right here. That's right. We picked us up a new Jong Cedar. Got it super cheap, and we got a bunch of drip uh, irrigation really cheap. It was a deal we just couldn't pass up. We had a free weekend, as free as it can be around here, and we decided to head down there and pick some stuff up super cheap. Um, on the way back, on the Tennessee-Kentucky border, we passed this nursery and we stopped in, and we picked us up 18 of these things, really super cheap. That's a green giant aberrate. That's how I pronounce it anyway. We're going to use it as a screen planted down by we have a small county road goes in front of our house, and somebody bought the property behind it, and you can see what they're doing to that. Somebody bought the property across the road from us here, and they tore down their house, and now they're burning it. So whenever the wind blows the smoke this way, I just kind of pull my mask down, let my hair fly. I'd rather just keep it up though. There we go. But it's hard to tell what they're going to do over there, so we got another project later for that. And we plan on planting these 6 to 8 feet apart all the way along the part of the property that borders the road, and then it'll grow into a screen, and then we won't have to worry about it. Hopefully it'll slow down some of the wind, because the wind blows nonstop for about 6 months a year around here. And we started on some irrigation over here, and then we changed our minds, and you can see some white PVC on the ground right there. We're going to go ahead and go with PVC instead of the main line there, because a little bit worried about the pressure from the house to the garden, the connections and the main line rubbing against those rocks, not holding up. So we went and got some PVC. We're waiting for some fittings. We got them super cheap from dripdepot.com. We picked that up at a local box store, Lowe's. We started on some fencing around the garden. You can't hardly see it because it's black. It blends in really well. You can just see the post up there. Got to work on that. And I know that nobody likes things going to a landfill, but we had to get us a dumpster. We had to get cleaned up around here. So we rented a dumpster for a week. We about got it filled up. Just odds and ends and junk around here that we can't do nothing with, like an old mattress, because we just bought a new mattress, and the water heater that went out over the winter. We got that put in there, and just some stuff laying around. Those cheap inserts that come with some things that aren't exactly recyclable sometimes, those are in there. Uh, Leftover scraps of greenhouse plastic that we can't cut down into any other pieces. But at least for the first part of the day, what I'm going to be doing is working on that fence around the garden. Now, when you have a lot going on, it's really good advice to stay focused on one or two top things for the day, because you're going to get done. A lot of problems that we've been having lately seem to be that one project is dependent on the other. Like, I started this fence on this side because I needed to put the post in to run the manifold for the drip irrigation system. We're going to have a manifold with like 4 different outputs on it, and I needed to post it. Couldn't put the post on there, or I couldn't attach the fence. I couldn't attach the manifold to the pole Well, first until I got the pole on the ground, but the fence had to go on first, so I had to start with that. So I had to start working on this fence. Now I'm waiting on a shipment of parts to finish the drip system, so I'm going to go ahead and work on this fence. And I was doing that this morning until it got dry enough. I got to get some of this grass cut before some of these weeds go to seed, hopefully. There's a couple places I got left to cut. And there's landscape fabric down behind this garden. Had to put it down because it wraps up the side, and I wanted to put the fence over top of it, so I had to put the landscape fabric down. But I couldn't put the landscape fabric down until I cut the grass down a little bit so it would lay right. So it's just one, it's like ADD around here. Like one project is dependent on the other, so you have to stop and finish one and go to another. And it gets really distracting, but you try to stay focused and just keep chiseling away at it. And hopefully pretty soon it'll all come together. And when I got the lawnmower out to cut the grass, I needed a part for it. So I had to wait on that. Now that's here and I got it fixed. I got most of the grass cut. But it's just one little thing, like it turned into a whole project preparing that lawnmower. And to get this fence in, I had to get a pair of snips because I cannot for the life of me find where my snips are at. Now, as soon as I get done with this project, I'll probably find them. All right, that section's done. I'm eventually going to put a wooden post right here, but not right now. On this landscape fabric next to the garden here, I'm going to put a row of grow bags from Bootstrap Farmer. I'm going to set them on a base of like black greenhouse resin that's actually just a shelf from Lowe's that we bought. But in order to do that, to put them up against the bed there, I got to finish putting the rest of this fence up. I call it fence. It's more like fencing because like it's not made to be tied or anything. The peas and beans can grow up it, but it's mostly just to keep, you know, critters from getting in there and to look cute. All right, that section's ready for some grow bags. All right, just came back from lunch. Took about an hour. The girls will be home soon. So I'm going to change gears and I'm going to start straightening up around the garden and around the yard and spend some time with them when they get home and just work on a bunch of little projects for the rest of the day. Just trying to figure out how wide to set our gate for the garden when we get that fenced in. I might put those posts in the ground today just to get them up out of the yard. I think that's the widest cart I got right now. The Gorilla cart from Lowe's. So yeah, just trying to figure that out. Figure out how I'm going to build a gate for it. Hate to build it too narrow and then need to redo it. That would suck. Get it right the first time. Be the way to go, I would imagine. Nobody wants to do it twice. And I got an idea for the gate. If that works, I'll show you in another video when we get to that point. Let's see. I do have a really wide garden cart that we got from Tractor Supply. But I think it's not really, we're not really going to be using it in the garden, I don't think. Just transporting stuff from the driveway to the garden and across the bridge. Boy, it didn't look like it would, but I think that it might still fit if I measured right. I think I'm going to set those posts where I originally thought. If my math's right, it gives me 37 inches. Sorry about the wind, but it blows, like I said, 6 months out of the year around here, pretty strong a lot of times. Am I ready? All right, the day's just about done. The sun's setting. I got this walkway done here, ready for a gate. Megan's going to paint it probably, and then we'll put the fence up on each side of it. Dumpster man called, said he was coming tomorrow, so we stopped to try to get that thing as full as we can. Don't want to waste that. Then we took care of the animals, and I was just straightening up a little bit. Getting ready to go in the house. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe button. Bye.